welcome to another episode of 5 Minutes with Freed. I'm your host, Michael Freed. I'm a litigation partner in the matrimonial and family law firm of Berkman, Botker, Newman, and Shine, with offices in New York City, Westchester, and Long Island. And today, my special guest is Scott Cheslowitz, and Scott's a partner at the firm of Rothenberg and Peters, PLLC. So, Scott, welcome to 5 Minutes with Freed.
Thank you, Michael. Thank you for having me today.
Sure. So, Scott, tell me, what is Rothenberg and Peters, and what's your role in the company?
We are a CPA firm, and I am the tax partner within the firm. And there's a lot of hats you really need to wear, as you know, Michael, when you run a business, including the problems of your clients, the business problems, the good things that happen in their lives. So you're sort of like a quarterback on the field. Not only is it tax law that I'm focused on, of course, as a partner in a small firm, there's administrative issues, and you get close to your clients. So there's more than just, well, you should do this and that. I give them advice as I would do things. And it's very rewarding from a social standpoint that way, even though it is business.
Sure. So, Scott, we know each other from ARG, and you know that I'm a matrimonial and family law attorney. When would my clients most often require your services?
Wow. In fact, if somebody is going through a divorce, Michael, it's a good idea to not only use the family accountant, but reach out to an outside accountant. You want to make sure your interests are being protected. In other words, do I file married filing joint? Do I file married filing separate? If you're in a relationship where the other spouse is a bit questionable in terms of their character, you may want to consider your options. On the other hand, just because you hate the other spouse doesn't mean you shouldn't marry filing joint to save significant tax dollars. I've been there. Quadros, right? Qualified domestic relation orders. Make sure that, those are put in place and the assets are divided, because that benefits both spouses, right? Because if the money spouse has their money in a retirement plan and it drops the account value, they could have issues in terms of making up the difference that they should have given to the spouse plus interest, what have you. So not only that, you want to look at the division of the assets, because it's not what you make, it's what you keep. If you're the spouse with capital loss carryovers, right, it may behoove you to take perhaps the equity portfolio if there's gains compared to other assets. Selling the home, that gets specific treatment under Code Section 121 in terms of how much in gains you could avoid picking up in taxes. You want to look at the division of assets, Michael. So there's many other things. So I hope I answered your question.
You did. They were great points. So, Scott, what's the best way for a prospective client or other professional to contact you?
The best way is by looking at the website. It's www.rothenbergpeters.com, ROTHENBERGPETERS.com, or call me at 516-773-3200. I know I need some water after that one.
Well, I have to say now, Scott Cheslowitz, we have now come to the most important part of our show. And that happens to be the question of the week. So, Scott Cheslowitz, this is your question of the week. You are granted the ability to solve any unsolved mystery in history. Which unsolved mystery would you like to solve, and why?
I love mysteries. So besides the Kennedy assassination, the unfortunate assassination of John Kennedy, there is this concern about UFOs out there and extraterrestrials. I'd like to know whether they exist, whether they're sending drones or not, like we've created drones. drones. Maybe they're so far advanced and they do exist. They don't want anything to do with us because we can be a little bit treacherous at times. So I would love to solve that mystery, Michael. And there's so many others that I'm intrigued by. You know, people are concerned about hauntings. And did you ever have a gut feeling about something? And it was right. Why do you have that gut feeling? It's all very interesting. So for me, it's not one thing. It's yeah, I just love this stuff.
Well, I have to say, Scott Cheslowitz, you have said it all. You are helping people solve their tax problems one day at a time. And I want to thank you for being a wonderful guest on 5 Minutes with Freed.
I want to thank you for being a wonderful host and having me here, Michael. All the best to you, of course.